with AP Minneapolis yet again, and we're here with Hello, He Lied. And why don't you guys go ahead and introduce yourselves? Tell us a little bit about your band.
I'm Nate Burge. I'm the drummer in the band.
I'm Zach Yates. I play some guitar and I sing.
Brennan Holtz, rhythm guitar.
Adam Cordes, I play bass.
Seth Holtz, backup vocals and lead guitar.
Why don't you guys tell us a little bit about your band, how you guys got started, any stories you have about that? And
Our band kind of came from a combination of two old bands, somewhat. Ficus is a complete failure.
A flop.
Yep.
Worst band ever.
That was awful. That wasn't cool.
No.
And Makeshift, the cover band that we were in. And we got some pretty good hype from 40-year-olds going to Stewart Fest and stuff.
what were you covering?
What were we covering?
Yeah, what were you covering?
Anything and everything.
Brown-eyed girl.
No.
No, we were covering we've covered a Katy Perry song.
I think so.
Clarkson.
And there was Green Day, and there was like
These
Yeah,
guys.
we-
It's a whole,
yeah.
it's like the whole spectrum.
Right.
But then we also threw in like Metallica and heavier bands.
And then basically we started after Ficus had its big flop. Its
meltdown.
one show flop.
That was us three. It was Ficus.
Well,
That
I
was
was in
not
the
good.
audience, so
You were equally embarrassed.
I was very equally embarrassed.
And then he it was his idea to start this band.
Well, when
mine
we
and
took
Zach's.
we took a trip. Well, Seth too. Seth
Yeah, I
was in the
was
car
with.
with us. We took a trip to New Ulm. We took a trip to New
There
Ulm.
you go. Exciting, wasn't it?
Yeah.
greatest experience of our lives.
But we were talking in the car. We were talking in the car about wanting to do originals and stuff. I've always wanted to push originals in the old cover band.
Which happened a couple times, but
Yeah.
never got much of a response.
Yeah. And then we decided in the car that we wanted to start something new. Told everyone else the next day.
Now we're here.
Yep.
Yep.
There you go.
And blam, fast forward. Make a long story short.
We suck. Now we're okay.
Well, that's great. And then, what are some of your biggest influence individually, and if you have any as a band? But I'm sure it's mainly individual. Let's go for it.
Who's going first?
Nate.
My individual influences, obviously I like the Foo Fighters a lot. They're my favorite band. They're a big, their drummer Taylor Hawkins is a big influence on me. And actually my stepdad, Mark Ham, is a big influence on me. He's been in music since he was 16, 15 years old, and he's been pushing me a lot to get this going and do the CDs, and he's been helping us out a lot. So those are probably my two main influences. Oh, and my friend Jason Paulson, he's big too. He said he'd buy me beer if I told him this, so. So I'm gonna throw that
There's
in
no
there.
bribes here.
No bribes?
No
Bribes aren't? Okay. Okay, he didn't say that. That was a lie.
Okay, my biggest influences, Avenged Sevenfold is my favorite band. Sinister Gates is my favorite lead guitar player. But just a lot of the big, more metal guitar players. So like guitar players from Slipknot. But I guess one of my biggest influences is probably Brandon, because there was a time.
It's really heartfelt.
That's precious.
I'll explain why. If it wasn't said in the interview already, we're cousins, and there was a time where he had to live with us, and like at that time I was kind of out of music, but then he brought me right back in by introducing me to like Green Day's older stuff, bands like Lamb of God, Pantera. So yeah, metal guitar players, Sinister Gates, Brandon.
Cool.
Wow.
I guess it's a segue to.
That's nice.
What are your crazy influences?
Well,
Here we go.
Shut up. Well, I started, my first band was a church band. So a lot of my stuff was like the underground Christian hardcore rock scene. Like Project 86, Blindside, Spoken, bands that aren't huge but really influenced me. Then I started to branch out a little bit, Foo Fighters and some of the bigger bands. But yeah, I guess anything hard rock I love, and the Hello He Lied, they're I'm the last guy to join them, so I'm just kind of adding my
How long have you
piece to
been
the
with
puzzle.
this? I don't even know. I was trying to think about that earlier
I think
today.
last fall.
Yeah, it's
Seems
Somewhere
like
around there, yeah.
You're in all our hearts.
It was around October when you came in.
sure.
So I add just like
But
a
you're
heavy.
still here, so.
I am.
Yeah, he's amazing.
We love you,
He's
man.
our Lord and Savior.
Yes, I'm officially in the band. So yeah, I just like to add the heavy bass riffs.
He's a genius.
Yeah, does a great job.
fantastic.
Brandon, on the other hand.
I don't know. I think some of my biggest influences, of course, Nirvana. Oh, that's kind of, you know, everybody is kind of cliche, but love Nirvana, always will. Bands that started me getting into music was like the Vines and the Hives, Eve Six, stuff like that. Because for a long time I didn't know really anything about music. I thought, you know, country and pop was pretty much it growing up. My first record was the Hansons and a Ricky Martin album. So, like, it's kind of fluid. Now my big influence is now, like, for actually playing, it's probably like Kevin Devine and the goddamn band, Brian Bonds, Silver Sun Pickups, Manchester Orchestra, of course.
They're kind of a big force.
They're one of my influences as well.
Oh yeah.
But probably the biggest is maybe Silver Sun Pickups, though. I really love Silver Sun Pickups. So, I don't know. I refused. Of course, that's the hard stuff. The Chariot and Refused.
We knew that was coming.
I love messy and moody, lovely. That's my influence.
Very nice. I like alternative indie. I like Silver Sun and Manchester as well. One of my big influence was my dad and his stepdad were in a band together, and it got us basically into a cover band, thinking about it, and it had us start playing guitar and messing around with stuff, and then eventually we just grew from that. But personally, I think that was one of the biggest things, is playing in a cover band.
I think we've been playing together for about 6 years, 8 years. I think
Pretty close,
8
8
I
years.
didn't think it was that much.
Since the cradle.
Yeah, straight from the womb.
Is that a guitar?
I don't know how our mothers planned it, but
That's still very cool that you guys kind of have some connection then, too.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so then we'll move along. That's all your influences. And what has been your biggest accomplishment as a band so far? Because I know it sounds like you guys are still growing and stuff, but what has been your biggest accomplishment so far that you would say?
Probably the EP. Probably the EP is selling so quick. When
Yeah, the EP.
when the EP was officially released, my mom is actually a band teacher at my school, and Nate has it right now.
we just did an EP, Dress Your Wounds, it's called.
Produced by Matt Kaiser.
Because he's the man. It's just a little 5-song demo.
Yep. And my mom took about, I want to say 20 copies of it, sold them all for $5, and within a day, almost all of them were gone. So, and people have said they love it. So that's what I think was the biggest accomplishment.
Another
it
thing we
could be
did was we tore down a bunch of our old songs. We tore down like I don't know, like 5 songs, and we made them mature.
Yeah. When we started off, we had a lot of basic boys on set. One dude at one of our first shows, he was in the crowd, and he looked at a fake watch and rolled his eyes and walked away. So that was kind of when we knew we had to change something.
Oh god.
It was that bad. People looked at fake watches and walked away. So we changed and revised a lot of the songs, and they're a lot more grown up.
That's a lot of work to redo songs, but
Yeah.
that's
And of
still
course,
very
that
good.
happened when Adam came in.
Yeah, he helped a lot.
The Fifth Element.
There you go.
That's a great movie.
That is a pretty good
You guys
movie.
started with 3 guitars, right?
Right.
Yeah, 3 guitars, no bass.
Brandon was originally going to play bass, but he didn't want to blow out his amp.
Yeah. I don't have a bass amp.
Could be a
Half
problem.
stack frame.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Alright, well, that's a big accomplishment. Alright, and so then what is your opinion on the Minnesota music scene locally and then in the cities?
Zach, we'll let you go first.
Vent,
Well,
vent what you have to say.
I don't have a lot to vent about, but out here near Hutchinson, Midwest, not good at all. Like out in the sticks, it's so
boonies.
bad. It's not cool. Like you you tell kids, come on out to a show, it'll be so much fun, all your friends will be there, and like 20 people show up to the max, and that's bad. That's not fun, and you get out there and you're like, but still you got your band boyfriends around you.
Band boyfriends.
Band boyfriends.
Sense of Purpose, Crush, a lot of great
All those
bands.
guys.
Carcinoma.
But like, you tell kids to go to a party, yeah, go out, go have fun, and to entertain your friends, you can drink, whatever. It's just, I don't know, people go out there kind of
That
be
was pretty
selfish.
good for us last weekend.
Had a house party of like 90 people show up, so getting better.
Their biggest turnout.
Sadly, even
That was a good
like
show. It was a
playing
party.
playing at
Fun.
out of all the times like playing at Station 4 and stuff like that, that was the biggest amount of people we played for was
Right.
at Zach's house party.
Well, even if like Hutchinson or something did get a venue, they need to like advertise a lot, and they need to get some names to show up at least.
So otherwise you're not gonna get much.
Yeah, and nobody's gonna come out and sleepy nowhere. Nobody's gonna come out to anything unless they're like forced to.
And it's hard to, like when you guys do play in the cities, for people to drive all that way,
Exactly.
pay
That's-
$5 to $10.
I hear that all the time, like, oh, I have to drive an hour and 40 minutes to
Exactly.
see you. Screw that.
Even free shows.
Yeah, it's
It's
still
like,
people want to drive. I agree.
Yeah.
And I don't know. I just think around here, music scene doesn't really exist. You know, there's a few bands.
There's not one.
There's like it's scattered. There's like us and a couple other bands that we're friends with. But
Well, even
it's not really
artists.
anything. And up in the cities, I feel like the scene is kind of dominated either by, you know, pop rock bands
Lots of hardcore.
Or really
Or
hardcore. Yeah.
hardcore.
Lots of
Hardcore
it.
is
and now dubstep eventually. You know,
Yeah.
Not knocking any of those, but if you want to be anything other than those, it's really hard.
Yeah.
For anyone to cling on to it. You
Yeah.
know? So I'm not dissing pop punk bands or anything, but like, if you want to be something else other than that and you want to play in the cities and get somewhere, you can, because it's just full of it. It's all anybody wants.
A lot of hard work.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Give other music a chance.
Yeah.
My opinion, is kind of 180 of what they're thinking, because I think some of the music is really good. It's just, it's hard to get people to come out. Because, well, like Brandon said, there's a lot of good rock bands, but they're all kind of scattered out, and even rappers, too. We had a couple at the house party that we just talked about. There was Young James, I
Josh
can't-
Fest.
Chillin'.
Yep.
Or
Yeah.
And then there was even someone from Mankato, I think he's from, called Defcon Graphic. He's a great rapper, but again, it's just really hard to get people to come out without telling them that it's a party, not a show. So that's my opinion.
It's hard. And in Minnesota, if they want rap, they want atmosphere or something like that.
Yeah.
Right.
Something
Exactly.
big with rhyme sayers or something. So, which is hard. But it's nice because have you guys played the garage?
Yeah,
Yeah, we
there.
played about 3 shows there.
So I think they're kind of nice. They try and put some stuff together. Never
Yeah.
very big,
They
but
were
still.
good
it's
with
something.
it. Like they were.
They had a good
It's a nice
house
venue. It's just a
setup.
lot of the kids that go there go out and sit in
Yep.
parking lots. Why do
Yeah.
you do that?
That
Don't do
the
that.
last
Let's
time we
see a
the last
show.
time we played there, there were probably about like 100 people there, but 90 of them were in the parking lot, out in that big circular parking lot.
Don't pay $10 to go to a show and
Yeah,
go
and
sit in the
just sit out
parking
there.
lot.
Yeah.
That kind of
Come
happened at,
chill with us.
that happened at the Enigma too, where we were playing a show there and everything was good except half the crowd was like on a couch somewhere in the back just texting.
If you do come to our shows, we try to put on a crazy show. We jump around a lot. We get into it. We try to get the audience into it. You know, we go in the audience. You know, we try to stress audience involvement a lot. We don't
I
try to
end
be
up in the
fan
crowd a
oriented
lot of times.
Usually it is about the crowd. If the crowd is going crazy, the band is going to go crazy. Bands feed off of crowd reaction.
It's
and-
hard when there's no one there.
Exactly.
So if you want to go to a crazy show,
be
come to
crazy.
our
You know where to be now. Okay, and then anything? Since we are AP Minneapolis Street Team for Alternative Press, what do you have to say about Alternative Press Magazine?
Brandon.
I've loved alternative press for the last, like 4 or 5 years of my life. Been subscribed to alternative press,
I'm gonna.
and I think they're really great. You know, I love alternative press. The articles are really good. I dream one day to be in it.
There you go.
Love
It's
to
a
be on
good,
the
it's a
cover.
good dream.
That'd be really cool. Even if I'm in the back, like behind like Johnny Craig or something. It's just like,
Yeah,
put me in the corner
somewhere.
somewhere. Yeah, just
Of
put me
all
on
people,
there.
Johnny Craig.
I'll probably go
It's
home
on the
and
cover,
subscribe
so-
tonight just
Yeah,
because
he is on the new cover.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting. What do you think of him being on the cover? Just a random thing. What do you think of that?
What
cover?
I was a little upset, honestly, just because he's a great artist, but as a person,
Yeah. He hasn't had a good past.
no. Why did he just get in, like heroin trouble and he like flew to Canada?
Oh,
Johnny,
yeah.
come on, man. Yeah, you're such a great singer, such a great artist, and I would love. I've had dreams about meeting him, and he was like the coolest dude ever, but. MacBooks in Canada.
Those damn MacBooks.
Oh. I bought one of those. No, I didn't. I shouldn't. I say I bought a MacBook from Johnny Craig. Never got it yet.
Alright, off of the topic of Johnny Craig. So what is in the future of your band? This summer, hopeful futures. What do you guys want to accomplish this summer and
Shows,
following?
shows, and more
Albums.
shows.
Hey, right now we're
Album.
working on our full-length CD, actually. Hoping to have that done mid-winter at the latest, probably. I don't know. I would assume.
Hopefully try and get on Warped Tour at some point.
Yep.
Maybe the
That
Alternative
would be
Press
cool.
Tour. That would be
That'd be
sweet.
If it happens this year, it didn't happen in the spring.
Which,
So hopefully it does.
if there's anyone watching who's familiar with this Warped Tour contest run by Ernie Ball,
Battle bands.
Battle of the Bands, yes, we're planning on entering that next year.
It's a goal you
I would like to.
That
I
would
want
be
to go
nice.
play Warped Tour.
So,
That'd be sweet.
so yeah, please support.
Because we're definitely more of a live band than a studio band.
Oh yeah,
Our live stuff is
Yeah.
we try to be fun. We don't just sit there and play.
Yeah.
If you don't like bands that do that, then you can come see us. We're pretty
we
crazy.
don't like
I
we don't
think.
punch crowd members in the face, but
Well, at one
Or
time.
you
we came
bats.
close.
We don't eat bats either.
I almost hit a dude with my guitar last time.
Adam almost got hit by Nate's drumstick.
Yeah, I did.
It was
goes
like
on
Spider-Man.
every time I go in the crowd, I'm always afraid I'm gonna hit someone in the head with the headstock of my guitar.
I almost did that, Zach Marco.
Yeah.
Almost.
Dude,
Accident.
the crowd at that house party, like everyone was like up near us.
Best
It was
crowd
awesome.
ever.
I was kind of alone, actually. Oh, you guys were like at the edge
I
of the
came to
stage.
you a couple times.
Like
Lonely
Adam and
drummer
Brandon
in the
Poor
and
guy.
these two did, but I was kind of way in the back on the risers.
Poor
like,
drummers.
some of them.
Right?
You stood up right at Mexico though.
Yeah,
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 that was awesome.
I was standing for that whole song.
That was-
You did a cartwheel. For sparklers and stuff.
It was
like a
Brandon
backflip
Hall,
180
ladies and gentlemen.
Mobius.
Alright, well if there's anything else you guys want to share, some links, anything else, go for it, this is your chance.
Facebook.
Yeah, we're on Facebook.
Hello, he lied.
we're also on
Hello,
Reverb Nation.
hi, Eli. Not hello, Eli.
HELLO.
And I'm currently in the process of building a actual website, so that should be coming pretty soon. So we'll make sure to put our links up on our Facebook.
We have a
page for that,
YouTube
too.
channel too. Right?
Yes.
Yeah, we do.
YouTube, behind the scenes stuff.
Yep, lots of behind the scenes, like the making of the EP, the journey we have for shows, and just live
You
performances.
sound like hippies. The journey. the journey. we went on.
The journey we went
I
on.
don't know how else to say it.
So if you hear that we're coming to town or anything,
Yeah.
definitely come
Go
out,
to a
bring
show,
friends.
support music in the
Yes.
States. It's hard.
We're nice guys.
They are. Be friendly to them.
I may seem like a jerk, but I try to be a nice
You
guy.
might seem like it. Sometimes. Do I know you?
Fedora
No.
puts it
Good.
on.
Alright.
It's a nice fedora.
We have this.
I try to-
Dora.
I try to be nice.
That's good.
That's
Alright.
awesome.
Well, I think we're good. So thanks for
Awesome.
watching, and I will post some links under this video. So be sure to check them out and check out their music and go to a show, please.
Yeah.
Thank
Sweet.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching.
See you later.